Welcome back once again, Spazites, to another boxed game review. I don't know what to call this. But this is, I've played this with my game group a few times, Betrayal at House on the Hill. And it is a really neat, fun tile-laying game. This is the 3rd edition, so it's got a few different things on it. Designed by Bruce Glasgow. It is made for ages 12 and up. You can have 3 to 6 players. It takes 60 to 90 minutes to play. And I can tell you that an hour and a half, 90 minutes is putting it lightly. So this game is really cool because every time you play it, you play a different game because you have these tiles that you lay down for each floor of the house, and it is just a really fun game. So I'm going to go ahead and open the 3rd edition. We're going to look at all the tiles and stuff. I don't remember what the differences are, but as of the 3rd edition, that is the one with the most items. I do have one thing, unfortunately, to say. The miniatures for the 3rd edition here are unpainted, whereas the original miniatures were painted. And I almost want to get the 2nd edition just so I can get the painted miniatures instead of these solid color plastic. I like the painted ones. They look good. I've played with them a couple times. I've played a couple different characters. I think I've played Betrayal at House on the Hill a total of 3 times now. And I really like it. So when we were given some money for Christmas, Randy and I decided to get the whole set. This is the first video. We also have a box to sort everything into. We have the 1st and the 2nd expansions. So, yeah, really excited to get into this. Let's go ahead, and I think I need to change the angle of my camera. I'm going to go ahead and experiment with a couple of different angles before we get started, and then I will go ahead and open this beast up, because there is a lot of stuff in here. You can see the contents are, let me, if I can light them up so I can actually read them. We have the Trader's Tome of Secrets, Survival Haunt Book, 6 double-sided character boards, 6 finely detailed character figures, 6 character figure bases, 30 clips, 8 dice, 74 game cards, 5 scenario cards, monster reference card, traitor reference card, 6 player reference cards, 3 starting tiles, 42 single room tiles, number, track, and pointer, 114 cardboard tokens, and a rule book. So each of the expansions also adds tiles, including the 3rd expansion adds a 4th floor being the attic of the house. So, yeah, anyway, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and experiment with a couple different camera angles, and then we will go ahead and open this up and check out all the neat stuff. There are a lot of cards, so we're not going to make this a super long video by reading every single card. I will kind of pick and choose some of them. The other 2 decks are not as large. We will look at all the different rooms. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Anyway, be right back after a quick cut. Thanks for watching, and stick with me. Okay, so I couldn't find a better camera angle than this one. So we're just going to do a top-down view. I might accidentally bump the tripod occasionally, but we'll have to ignore that. Anyway, let's go ahead and open it up and start our review. I will zoom in once we get to the, the cards and everything, but for now we'll leave it completely zoomed out for the purposes of this review, or this portion of the review. Anyway, go ahead and open it up. Let's see. 3rd edition of Betrayal at House on the Hill. Let me know down in the comments below if you've played this game. What do you think about it? Which edition do you have? This being the 3rd edition, there are different aspects. Like I said, the 2nd edition has colored figures, and then I think the 2nd edition also added some tiles and some cards. This one might have a few more cards, and like I said, these are uncolored. So I don't know if it says on here what the difference is between the two, but I did look it up. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm looking through an article on Games Radar right now, and I guess this game is about 20 years old, almost 20 years old anyway, and that's pretty good. The third edition is supposed to be a lot more colorful, which is a little disappointing considering the figures. Let's see, give it a fresh coat of paint. I don't want to just read the article, so I guess the cover, okay, and it isn't just the cover that's been spruced up. Every token, card, character, and tile has enjoyed a refresh. Let me see what else there is. The biggest change in the third edition Revamp Miniatures. These character models are at least a third larger than the original ones, and despite not having any paint to speak of, they're left blank in case players want to have a go themselves. Okay, so I guess that makes sense. I know there are a lot of miniature painters out there who love painting their miniatures. I actually have a friend who paints miniatures. I might want to hand her these figures and have her paint them for me, just because I do not know how to paint. Let's see. Is that sums it up? Really? Did I miss something? Let's see. Backgrounds now carry design like the wallpaper found in Disney's Haunted Mansion ride. Let's see. Provide a bigger impact. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Don't mind me. I'm just mumbling and, yeah. Let's see. Everything about Betrayal at House on the Hill has been reworked from top to bottom, including gameplay. The cards are a great example of that change. Although some events are the same, most are unfamiliar. The same goes for items and omens. They're largely unfamiliar, and that's coming from someone who's played 2nd edition to death. Okay, so 2nd edition is going to be quite a bit different as far as the actual game cards we have. There are fewer tokens to contend with as well. Thankfully, the countless bits of cardboard that felt like they were almost never used in 2nd edition have been replaced with bigger, more catch-all ones here. This doesn't impact gameplay in a negative way, though. Okay, so there are fewer tokens, but they are larger, and I did notice that in playing the few times that I played Volume 2, that the tokens just did not get used. Like, there was not many tokens that you got used per sit-down gameplay. But anyway, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Let's see. This looks like the punch-out board. Yeah, there's all these punch-out rooms that are quite vibrant and colorful compared to what I recall in the other one. Wow, there's quite a bit here to punch out. I'm not going to do that on screen. So I'm going to set all this up, or punch it all out, and then we will go over the individual rooms and tokens and characters. There is a lot to punch out here. Where's the rest of the rooms? That can't be it. Is it? What's in here? Dice. Okay. I feel like there's not very many rooms here. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'll be right back after a quick cut, and I'll have all this punched out, and we'll see what we got. So, yeah, again, stick with me. Be right back. All right, here's everything spread out and set out before us. Let's start with our figures, which, like I said before in the in the thing that I read, they are larger than the figures before. Come on, focus on the figure, please. There we go. This particular character is holding a candle in a book. Each of these figures can be portrayed as 2 different characters, and we will go over the character cards. There's a young person with a lantern. Let's see. Here we have a scientist fellow, or a lighthouse keeper with a book and a telescope or periscope or whatever. Here we have someone with a flashlight, a young person with a raincoat on. Here we have another person with a larger flashlight. And here we have a little kid with a flashlight. So that's the miniatures that come with this particular set. Now I'm going to scooch up a little because I need to reach across the table for some stuff. These are the individual characters. Now, they come with these little clips that go on there. You start at the green, wherever each character is. This is Michelle Monroe. It shows her birth, or her age, her hobbies. And then her alternate is a Brittany Beatbox Bowen. And then they have different ages and different stats for each character who these represent. And because, see, this is the purple base, so that's the purple character. So, whoops, sorry about that. Here we have Dan Nguyen, MD, and there's his green spots. And then on the other side, he's Father Warren Leung. Yeah, I hope I said that right. Here we have Jaden Jones. And on the other side, we have Sammy Angler. And then he's the green bordered character, and I'm knocking into my the house plates. Here we have Anita Hernandez, and on the other side she is Isa Valencia, or Isa, I don't know how to say that. Here we have Persephone Apulari. Hey, my niece's name is Persephone, and on the other side she's Stephanie Richter. Cool. And she is the blue one, so she's this person holding the book and the candle. And then here we have Joseph Broseph Hooper, or on the other side, Oliver Swift. Now, I think that Joseph Broseph Hooper and Oliver Swift, he's got kind of a fluffier hair. These look a lot like the Americanized or whitewashed Jesus pictures. So let's just nickname him Jesus. Anyway, let's go over our cards. The event cards is the thickest deck by a long shot. Here's our omens, and then our items are the second thickest. So let's check the event cards really quick. We do have 8 dice here. We've got some tokens that have to do with each of these stats for your characters. Lots of different tokens here. We've got tokens representing the sizes of the monsters, and they each have a little number by them to show how tough they are. We do have extra little swords. Now, on the original, or on the second edition of these didn't have these gaps here, and instead of swords, they were little tombstones, and the pointed end of the tombstone points at their starting, or wherever they are at any one time. We got blood, fire. This is a single one. This says, blessing. Heroes on this tile roll +1 die on trait checks. So that's cool. Here we have some portals that allow you to jump from one tile to another, which is pretty cool. Over here we have just a single contract, and the contract says altar on the other side. So I'm not sure what that is exactly. It's probably part of one of them. And then we have some traps that are set out as food. Either that or they are food or traps. I'm not sure. Again, I have to actually play through some of these. Here we have secret passages. They also link tiles together. This tile leads to the tile with the other secret passage token. So there we go. Here we have some counters. This is 1 through 9. Like I said, there's some dice here. Here we have some symbols for, I think they're runes. Let me see if I can find, do they just have runes on, oh, they're runes on both sides. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's all that stuff. Oh, last one. Obstacle. It costs 2 moves to leave this tile. Oh, no. And on the other side, it still says obstacle. And last but not least, we have some light switches. They say on and off. Over here, I think this is the last one. Hidden. You may not be... Oh, I don't know if it's my glasses or my phone keeps going out of focus. You may not be attacked. You do not count as an obstacle. You may not be attacked. Oh, if you're hidden. Okay, I get it. And then that's searched. So yeah, so I've gone over all those. Let's go over some of these cards and then pick up the house tiles, because that's the bread and butter of the game, is laying down those tiles. And each of them, well, not all of them, but some of them have special. You have to put down one of these tokens in order to escape from the room and stuff. But here's some events. We got a burning figure, and it tells you what you need to roll to get out of them. And each of them has a little story to go along with it, which is pretty fun. It tells you how many dice you need in order to fail, or I guess they're not all dice rolls. Ooh, that one's got some Morse code on it, which is pretty cool. Jar of organs, severed hand, impossible architecture, forbidden knowledge, flickering lights, alien geometry, ooh, neat, brain food, cassette player, dark and stormy night, mystery fluid, ooh, a full table, radio broadcast, meat moss, the flowering, the oldest house, cry for help, bat out of hell, creaking door, a bite, behind you, an eerie feeling, spiders, clown room, oh, I don't like that one, poor Yorick, wandering ghost, the stars at night, taxidermy. We're not going through all of the well, we're not really going through any of what they are. You'll run into a lot of these as you play. The expansions have more to add to these as well, so there are quite a few. That's all of those. Let's see what kind of omens there are. Omens, you have to pull 6 omens before the haunt starts, I think. It might be different depending on what haunt you're playing. But you pull 6 omens by doing really bad dice rolls or landing on certain tiles. But here we have an idol, armor, ring, dog. Oh, the dog's not an omen. I mean, the dog is an omen, but the dog follows you. I actually got the dog in one of the games, and he was following me around, and he helps you. A book, looks like the ones with the reds help you, which is pretty cool. Dagger, holy symbol, skull, and mask. Cool. And then last but not least, we have items. We have a rabbit's foot, and all these items help your stats that are around the pentagon. Rabbit's foot, angel's feather, dynamite, chainsaw. Some of them can't be taken away. Let's see, crossbow, machete, map, mystical stopwatch, skeleton key, necklace of teeth, leather jacket. Feel free to pause any of these if you want to read them. Brooch, strange amulet, headphones, flashlight, magic camera, creepy doll, lucky coin, first aid kit, mirror, strange medicine. Okay, we also have a little countdown thing here. I'm not sure exactly what this is for. Again, this might have to do with how far you go. It probably has to do with the haunt, like how many turns you have after the haunt starts before you have to do the countdown. I'm not sure. I know there's a game we play like that. So here we have a few different monsters to check out. Player reference, player reference, player reference, player, whoops. Trader reference and monster reference. So this is once if one of your characters winds up being a traitor during the game, and if someone summons a monster or a monster appears, one person has to move the monster around and take care of it. So anyway, let's get to the tiles, which is the best part. I know this video is probably getting a little long for this particular cut. I'm at 10 minutes now, and that's before editing all the cuts together. So anyway, this is the main floor right here. You've got your entrance hall, your hallway, and your grounded floor staircase. Now, in order to go up, you need to get to the grounded floor staircase, and in order to go down, you need to fall through a hole in the floor or find a tile that says staircase to the basement. So, and there are a few tiles like that. I've organized the tiles. We'll start with the upper landing tiles. We have the upper, oh wait, this is the upper landing. If you find this, now you have the upstairs. This is the basement landing. If you find this, you now have a way to get in and out of the basement. Oh wait, no, there's no stairs there. So I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly how that works. Upper, ground, or basement. Clamped passageway. These can be any level. Upper, ground, basement. This is the Mystic Elevator, and this elevator goes anywhere depending on your dice roll. You can go to any floor. Upper and ground. Those are the only that are all 3 floors. And then the elevator moves around no matter where you wind up putting it. Guest quarters. And these symbols have to do with if you land on this one, then you have to pull an event card. And let me see what the other ones had. Let's see. That one's an event card. That doesn't have an event. Oh, those don't have events. So anyway. Upper and ground. Here is a omen card. And that's a charred room. It's all burnt up. Next, we have an upper and ground bloody room, and that's got the item, so you can find an item in there to help your character along the way. Upper ground, we have the winter bedroom with another omen. We have another upper ground, another omen, and that's the library. Now the library, it says when, dang it, I need to focus. When you discover this tile, gain 1 knowledge. So that's pretty cool. And that's only when the person who discovers it. So if you land on it afterwards, you don't. Primary bedroom, another omen. Lots of omens. Salon. That's an event card. So something happens when you enter that one. Let's see. Another specimen room. Ooh, and that's the upstairs or main floor. Another upstairs or main floor. Collapsed room. That is a way to get to the basement, or if you place it upstairs, you fall down to the downstairs. I'm not sure exactly how it falls. Nothing happens, or place your explorer on the basement landing and take 1 die of physical damage. If you end your turn on this tile, make a speed roll. Nothing happens with 5+. 4-0. Place your explorer in the basement landing. Okay, so you get a basement. You get to go to the basement no matter where this is placed on the floor. I should just say 1 floor lower. Here's another junk room, and that's got an item in it somewhere. When you discover this tile, place an obstacle token on it. Ooh. Now this is, you can either place an upstairs or downstairs, but not on the ground floor. We have a crawl space. Ooh, with an event. Crawl space events are always terrifying. Here we have an organ room. That's got an event. Here we have the nursery with an omen. Ooh. Oh, I forgot the Omen song. There's a song for the movie The Omen. Upper or basement. A game room. Ooh, cool. You get an item in the game room. An item out of the game room. Next we have the operating theater, where you get another item. Probably a soundproofed room, another omen. Soundproof room. Yikes. That could be my recording studio. That's all it is, I swear. Armory. Ooh, cool. There is no card for the armory, but when you discover this tile, you reveal cards from the top of the item deck until you reveal a weapon. Take it and return and bury the rest. So you put those on the bottom of the stack. Let's see. Gymnasium. When you discover this, gain 1 speed. So there's lots of tiles that help you along the way as well to help your characters. Gallery leads to the ballroom. So no matter if you find this card, then you need to attach it to the ballroom, or you need to attach the ballroom to it. So whenever this card pops up, it has to be attached to the ballroom, I guess. That's an interesting level card. Let's see. Here we have, this is strictly the attic. Was this one? That one was strictly the attic as well. Observatory, where you get to run into an omen. Next we have the tower. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Another event happens in the tower. Let's see. Another upper level. Statuary corridor. An event happens there. Now this is only ground. We have a graveyard, so this is outside on the ground. It's just one little corner of the graveyard, but you get an omen there. Another ground floor. We have the conservatory. Looks like a lot of plants. A glassed-in area. Here we have the dining room. Ooh, an event happens there. Another ground floor is the larder. When you discover this tile, gain 1 might. I'm not sure what a larder is. Laundry chute. Ooh, leads to the basement landing. If you end your turn on this tile, place your explorer on the basement landing. Nice. So there are plenty of ways down to the basement. Well, a few anyway. Let's see here. We have the ballroom, where an omen happens. We have the chapel, where an omen happens. When you discover this tile, gain 1 sanity. Let's see, another ground floor. We have the laboratory, where an event happens. Dexter's Laboratory. Here we have the ground floor only kitchen, where an event happens. Now we're in the basement only furnace room. If you on this turn on a tile, take 1 physical damage. Yikes. Another basement only chasm. What? You get an event in the chasm. I don't want my basement to have a chasm in it. Just a random room with no floor and a rickety bridge. Catacombs. Ooh, that's scary to have in your basement. That one comes with an omen. Basement only, we have vault. Ooh, you get 2 items in the vault. So you get to pull 2 items if you find this card. That is awesome. Underground cavern leads to the graveyard. So one of those doors has to go to the graveyard. But I don't think the graveyard is strictly the ground floor. So I'm not sure how that works exactly. Let's see, basement only. We have the underground lake. Ooh, that's no good. An event happens there. And basement, we have the panic room. When you discover this tile, if the secret stairs tile has not been placed, find it in the tile stack and place it in the basement, then shuffle the tile stack. That's cool. So that forces you to find another card. We got 2 more left. We got the ritual room where there's an omen. And last but not least, we have the secret staircase leads to the hallway. And the hallway is this middle one down here, right in this area here. So that is everything that comes with the main game, 3rd edition of Betrayal at House on the Hill. And I can't wait to play this with Randy and some friends. Once I open the expansion packs, I'm going to bring those to game night and play with the rest of the friends as well, with the guys that I have game night with every week. And yeah, because none of them have the expansions as far as I know, so I'm really excited about that. So anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment down below, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that good stuff. Any and all interaction with my videos helps me grow my channel, and I really appreciate it. If you're not already, please subscribe. It's completely free to do and help me grow my channel. Again, I'd really appreciate it. That having been said, until next time, as usual, be kind, happy hunting, and goodbye. Don't forget to wash your hands, and when you go out, please be safe at the house on the hill. Don't be betrayed. I don't know. Bye, everybody.